Welcome to English Speaking Podcast, episode 44 for English Learning. Hello, everyone. How are you today? We are so happy you could join us on this exciting journey of learning English. I hope you're feeling ready to improve your speaking skills because today we've got something special for you. I'm Agnes, and I'll be your host for today.
Hi there, I'm Jasper, and it's so great to be here with you. We're thrilled to have you listening to us, whether you're at home, on your commute, or just relaxing. We know you're here to get better at speaking English, and that's exactly what we're going to help you with.
So, let's dive into today's topic. Have you ever wondered why some people speak so clearly? Why their words seem to flow smoothly, making it so easy for everyone to understand them? Well, today, we're talking about exactly that.
Yes, today's subject is speaking clearly and confidentially. This is such an important topic, especially if you want to speak confidently in English. Clear speech helps you connect with others, and confidence makes you sound natural and strong when you talk.
Speaking clearly isn't just about using the right words. It's about how we say them. You might have heard someone talk and thought, wow, they speak so clearly and it's so easy to understand them. That's what we want to help you achieve. And when you speak confidently, it's easier for people to trust you, to understand your ideas, and it makes you feel good, too. You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely, Agnes. And think about this, when you speak clearly, you can express yourself better, and people won't misunderstand you. And when you speak with confidence, you start to feel comfortable in any conversation. It's not about being perfect, but it's about feeling sure of what you're saying and letting that confidence shine through in your voice.
Exactly. It's also important to mention that this isn't something you have to be born with. Anyone can learn how to speak more clearly and confidently. It takes practice, and that's why we're here today. We'll walk you through some simple tips and exercises that you can start using right away.
And hey, before we go any further, we just want to say a big thank you to all of you listening. We really appreciate your time, and we're so happy you're learning with us today. Whether you're just starting out with English or you're working on improving your skills, we're here to support you.
Yes, a big thank you to all of our listeners. You're doing an amazing job by taking time to improve your English. We're proud of you. Speaking clearly and confidently will not only help you in learning English, but it'll also make you feel more powerful when you communicate in any language.
Yes, a big thank you to all of our listeners. You're doing an amazing job by taking time to improve your English. We're proud of you. Speaking clearly and confidently will not only help you in learning English, but it'll also make you feel more powerful when you communicate in any language.
That's right, Jasper. And let's not forget about confidence. Confidence isn't about showing off or being perfect. It's about feeling comfortable in your own voice. When you speak with confidence, people are more likely to trust you and listen to you. And in a way, it can even help you feel more relaxed when speaking.
Speaking clearly and confidently also means that you don't need to worry about people misunderstanding you. And think about it, when you feel confident, you can focus more on the conversation itself instead of worrying about how you sound or if you're saying the right thing. You can enjoy the conversation more.
Exactly. And this works in all kinds of situations. Whether you're giving a presentation at school or talking to a friend, being clear and confident makes everything easier. And it makes you feel proud of how you communicate.
That's right. It's a skill that'll help you in every area of your life. So, let's get started. In the next parts of this podcast, we'll give you some great tips on how to improve your clarity and boost your confidence when speaking. But for now, let's remind ourselves that this is just the beginning. You're on your way to speaking better English, and we're here to help you every step of the way.
We're so excited to be on this journey with you, and we're confident that by the end of this podcast, you'll have some great tools to make your English sound clearer and more confident. Keep listening, and let's keep learning together. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're feeling as excited as I am. If you've been following along, You know that we've been talking about how important it is to speak clearly and confidently in English. And as Jasper said, this is just the beginning of our journey. Today, we're going to dive deeper into some practical tips and exercises that will help you achieve those goals.
That's right, Agnes. So, now that we've covered the importance of speaking clearly and confidently, let's look at the steps you can take to actually improve your speaking skills. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress and feeling good while you communicate.
Exactly. And one of the best places to start is by focusing on pronunciation. This is key to speaking clearly. Now, we know pronunciation can be tricky because English has so many different sounds, but don't worry. With practice, you'll get better over time.
Yes, pronunciation is like the foundation of clear speech. If people can't understand what you're saying because of how you pronounce certain words, it can be very frustrating. But the good news is that once you learn how to pronounce words correctly, you'll feel much more confident.
That's a great point, Jasper. So, let's talk about how we can improve our pronunciation. First, one of the easiest ways is to listen carefully to native speakers. You can listen to podcasts, watch movies, or even listen to songs in English. Pay attention to how the words are pronounced and the rhythm of their speech. Try to imitate the sounds and rhythm you hear.
Listening is a powerful tool because it helps your brain get used to the sounds of the language. You can practice mimicking what you hear. It's not about copying exactly, but about getting the sounds as close as possible. The more you practice this, the more natural your speech will sound.
Exactly. And remember, it's totally okay to make mistakes while you're practicing. Mistakes are part of the learning process. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Another great way to work on your pronunciation is by recording yourself speaking.
Yes, recording yourself is a fantastic idea. Sometimes we don't even realize how we sound until we hear it back. When you record yourself, listen carefully and notice where you might be mispronouncing words or speaking too quickly. You can then make changes and try again. It helps you become more aware of your speech.
And once you feel comfortable with pronunciation, you can start focusing on intonation and stress. Intonation is the rise and fall of your voice when you speak. For example, when we ask a question in English, our voice tends to go up at the end. Or when we're giving information, our voice might stay steady or even go down a little.
That's right. Intonation is super important because it helps express meaning and emotion. For example, imagine saying "I'm hungry" into different ways, one with a rising tone and one with a falling tone. With a rising tone, it sounds like you're asking, "Am I hungry?" With a falling tone, it sounds like you're just stating, "I'm hungry." So, your tone changes how people understand you.
Yes, and stress works in a similar way. In English, some words or syllables are stressed more than others. For example, in the word banana, we stress the second syllable, banana, but in a sentence like "I went to the store," the word store is stressed. Understanding which words to stress and which to say lightly helps make your speech clearer.
This is a really helpful tip for making your speech sound more natural. When you get the rhythm right, your speech will flow better, and people will understand you more easily. And the best part, it will make you sound more confident because you'll have more control over how your voice sounds.
Absolutely. And while we're talking about sounding confident, let's move on to posture. Did you know that your posture can actually affect how confident you sound? When you stand or sit up straight, it opens up your chest and allows you to take deep breaths. This makes your voice sound stronger and clearer.
That's such a great point. Standing tall with your shoulders back makes you feel more powerful, and it can also make you sound more confident. It's like the physical act of standing strong sends a message to your brain that you are confident, and that confidence comes through in your voice.
Exactly. So, if you're ever feeling nervous or unsure, remember to check your posture. It can really make a difference in how you speak. Now, let's talk about pace. Speaking too quickly can make you hard to understand, and speaking too slowly can sound unnatural. Finding a balance is key.
Yes, pace is super important. When you speak too quickly, it's easy to rush through words and lose clarity. But if you speak too slowly, it can sound like you're unsure of what you're saying. The goal is to speak at a pace that feels comfortable for you but is still clear to your listeners.
And the best way to practice this is by reading aloud. Find something that interests you, whether it's a short story, a news article, or a part of your favorite song, and read it out loud. Focus on speaking at a steady, natural pace. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on being clear and confident.
Exactly, and remember, speaking slowly doesn't mean you have to speak like a robot. It's just about finding that sweet spot where you can pronounce each word clearly without rushing. Over time, you'll find your rhythm, and it will feel more natural to speak at that pace.
You're doing amazing so far, and I can already see how much clearer and more confident you're becoming. It's all about practicing these small steps, and before you know it, speaking English will feel easier. But I want to remind you that confidence isn't just about your voice, it's also about how you feel when you speak.
That's right, Agnes. The more you practice these tips, the more confident you will feel. And confidence is key because when you believe in yourself, others will believe in you too. It's like a cycle. The more confident you are, the clearer you speak, and the clearer you speak, the more confident you become.
Well said, Jasper. Keep these tips in mind as you continue practicing, and remember, every small step you take is progress. You're getting better every day. Now, let's pause here and think about how we can put everything we've discussed into action.
Exactly, Agnes. So, keep practicing those techniques, and don't forget to have fun with it. Learning a new language is a journey, and with each step you take, you're one step closer to speaking English clearly and confidently. Keep it up, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're feeling motivated after what we've shared so far. As Jasper said, with every step you take in learning English, you're making incredible progress. It's so exciting to see how much you can improve when you practice these techniques. And today, we're going to go even deeper into how you can take your speaking skills to the next level. So, if you're ready, let's dive in.
That's right, Agnes. We've covered some amazing tips on pronunciation, intonation, and pace, and now we're going to explore how to build your confidence even more. Remember, confidence is something that comes with practice, but there are also a few other strategies we can use to make it grow faster and stronger.
Exactly, Jasper. One of the most powerful ways to build your confidence when speaking English is by practicing with others. Now, I know that might sound a little intimidating, especially if you're still not fully confident in your skills. But let me tell you, practicing with others can be one of the best ways to gain confidence.
Yes, practicing with others allows you to put everything you've learned into action. Whether it's a language partner, a tutor, or even a friend who speaks English, practicing with real people is the best way to improve. It gives you a chance to learn from their feedback and to feel the excitement of real conversations.
And the best part is, when you're speaking with someone else, you're not just practicing vocabulary or grammar, you're practicing how to think in English. It's not just about translating in your head anymore. You're reacting and responding in real time, and that makes everything feel so much more natural. Plus, you get to hear how other people speak, which is super helpful.
I love that. When you're in a conversation, you're forced to keep the flow of words going, which helps you become more comfortable and confident. And it's okay if you make mistakes. The key is to keep going and not be afraid to correct yourself or ask questions. A mistake is just an opportunity to learn.
Exactly. And I always like to remind learners that it's okay not to be perfect. You're learning, and it's the effort you put in that matters. No one expects you to speak perfectly all the time. What's important is that you're making the effort to improve, and over time, that effort will pay off. Every conversation you have is one step closer to fluency.
And don't forget the power of repetition. Repeating words, phrases, And sentences is a great way to strengthen your speaking skills. For example, after you've learned a new phrase or word, try using it in different sentences, different situations, and with different people. This repetition helps you remember the word and use it comfortably.
That's such a great point. Repetition also helps your brain store those words and phrases in your long-term memory, so you won't forget them when you need to use them in real conversations. Plus, the more you say something out loud, the more natural it will feel. It's just like learning to ride a bike or play an instrument. Practice makes perfect.
Another great way to improve your speaking confidence is by using English in your everyday life. You don't have to wait until you're in a formal class or practice session. You can practice speaking when you're doing everyday tasks. For example, when you're cooking, you can say the steps out loud in English. Or when you're looking at something, try describing it in English.
Yes, exactly. The more you surround yourself with English, the easier it will be to speak confidently. Even if you're not speaking to anyone else, saying things to yourself out loud helps your brain connect the words with real-life situations. It's a simple, fun way to practice without pressure. You could even try thinking in English as you go about your day. Like I'm putting on my shoes now, or it's time to check my email. This helps you stay in the English mindset and build that mental fluency.
I also want to talk a little bit about visualizing success. This might sound a bit unusual, but trust me, it's really powerful. Before you have to speak in English, whether it's in a meeting, a class, or a casual conversation, take a moment to visualize yourself speaking confidently. Picture yourself speaking clearly, without hesitation, and being understood.
I love that. Visualization is a fantastic technique because it sets a positive mindset. When you imagine yourself succeeding, you're telling your brain that it's possible. It boosts your confidence and helps you believe that you can do it. The next time you need to speak in English, your brain will already have a picture of success, and it will feel a lot easier to do.
Another way to keep building your confidence is by setting small, achievable goals. For example, you could aim to learn and use 5 new words or phrases each week. Or you could challenge yourself to have a 5-minute conversation in English every day. These small goals are realistic and give you a sense of accomplishment when you achieve them.
Yes, setting those small goals gives you something to focus on and feel proud of. Each time you meet one of those goals, your confidence will grow. And you'll also see just how much progress you're making. Plus, it keeps you motivated and excited to keep learning. The more goals you set and achieve, the more confident you'll feel in your speaking abilities.
And let's not forget about patience. Learning a language is a process, and there will be times when you feel frustrated or think you're not improving fast enough. But remember, language learning is a journey. You're building your skills step by step, and every single effort counts. So, be patient with yourself and enjoy the process.
That's so important, Jasper. We all want to be fluent right away, but language learning takes time, and that's okay. As long as you keep practicing, you're moving forward. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's journey is different. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small it may seem.
Exactly, and the best part is, you're not alone on this journey. We're all learning together, and each time you speak, you're improving. The more you practice, the more confident and clear you will become. Just keep taking those small steps.
Exactly, Jasper. And remember, this journey is all about progress, not perfection. Every conversation you have, every word you speak, is one step closer to being the confident and clear speaker you want to be. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and be kind to yourself along the way.
We're so proud of the effort you're putting in, and we know that you can do it. The more you practice these techniques, the more naturally your confidence will shine through. Keep up the great work, and let's continue to build on everything we've learned so far.
We are so excited for what's to come and for all the progress you're making. Keep going and keep believing in yourself. You've got this.